Kumba here. So today I am making mandazi for breakfast, and my pan ready and my induction cooker. Set my bowl and put my pieces of mandazi and another piece of flour there. So today I am going Kenyan mandazi, and already tea in that thermos. Of course, there's bread there and a whole lot of other things. And I have some fish inside here in the oven. I want us to have with breakfast. You know, heavy breakfast is much better than nothing. And yeah, that is it from me. So watch slowly if there's something like that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as I cook the mandazi, and I will show you the final review of how they turn out to look. My mandazi is in the pan, so I'm going to sprinkle oil all over it so that they puff up. You know, that's how I was taught how to do it. So yeah, so let's sprinkle some oil all over so that they puff up, and then yeah, see you in the next shorty. And there is our mandazi. So I am going to start taking them off the pan into that. Of course, you have to do the testing one. So yeah, so see you when I plate them. Next batch is in, and that is how the mandazis look. So at least for the first ones, they get a little bit darker because, you know, the oil is still a little bit warm. So I've put down the temperature setting to 2, and yeah, so I am going to do my thingy of sprinkling oil on them so that they puff up. And yeah, that is how I was taught how to do mandazi, or that is how I saw mandazi being done. So this is all-purpose flour from China that I bought on pinduoduo. It's French all-purpose flour for baking bread. And yeah, I figured this time, instead of carrying a whole lot of stuff in my suitcase, because I bought flour, the dollar flour I think, or ajabu. Yeah, I think it's ajabu. I bought the ajabu flour from Nairobi. But when I lifted my suitcase, I bought like 4 kgs, and my suitcase was just way too heavy. So I decided to just leave them home for my family. So I figured when I came here, I could just buy all-purpose flour, which I did from pinduoduo. And I also bought whole wheat flour for baking bread. So I'm going to show you all those things. You know, take a break from art and see what I usually do. So when I'm not painting, I love cooking, and I make sure at least I nourish myself the best way how, and I nourish you know who. And yeah, that is kind of how my life here in China usually is. So today will be the first day that this man is going to test mandazi, and since I can't do reveals, facial reveals and whatnot yet, next time we will be able to show you what he thinks of Kenyan delicacy, since I eat a lot of Chinese delicacy here. Well, the basics. I don't go into extreme Chinese cuisine. I just do the basics: noodles, dumplings, chicken, rice, and all, you know, the basic, the simple stuff. Yeah, so you sprinkle oil on top of it so that it puffs up. That's just how I was told. So, and yeah, it kind of speeds up the frying process, and it makes sure your mandazi is cooked all round. So I don't know if other people do it, but for me this is how we do it at home. And yeah, this is how I learned. So I'm just gonna turn them again so that they don't, okay, that one is a little bit not too browny. So yeah, I'm just going to up the temperature to 3 on the setting, yeah. And I'm going to continue sprinkling oil on them. Yeah, so this today is what day? Today is Thursday. I'm supposed to travel to Shanghai tomorrow for an art exhibition for the paintings that I did, and well, it's to raise funds for a good cause for children with congenital heart issues. So yeah, I figured this was a good way. I can't just be making paintings for sale. I can do for a good cause. And I'm not bragging. I'm not supposed to do that because we're told that when your left hand gives out, your right hand should not know. So yeah, so you're gonna see Friday pictures of the event. Hopefully that will also kind of show you that you can do anything wherever you go. You can also still do your art whatever it is that you are, and you can also enjoy some Kenyan delicacies, your home delicacies, whatever country that you go, with whatever that you find. You can make great finds with flowers from there, like I did with this. So I am also listening at the background with my other phone to Gayda gospel music. So that's how the Mandazi looks. Making my Mandazi. So I think they're ready to take out. So I am going to take my hand. I'm going to place the spoon over there. So I'm going to take my tongs. I have a sieve, but I don't want to use it because I don't want to have a lot of dishes in the sink. So you have to make sure that the oil doesn't jump onto your skin. This happens to me a whole lot whenever I'm baking in Nairobi. So yeah, that is them. So just try to make sure they are a golden brown. That's to show that they are well done. And well, sometimes some people don't like them when they brown too much because they look like they're burned. So what we do is try to make the brown a bare minimum, like don't go overboard with it. And that is it. So let me get on the last batch and then make roll over the other flour from the basin, and there, so I can keep that aside and also return this to the side there. So let me just make sure this one's puffed up, and then I do the whole flour. I roll over and cut them into square pieces. I think you can also do this different shapes. You can do circular ones. I'm gonna try do circular ones on Sunday, and then I see how they also turn out. Because yeah, food is all about being creative. So it's around 8 o'clock in the morning right now. Already done my shower, cleaned the house, done the dishes, and I want to paint for an hour. I have some of the paintings for a client in Nairobi that I want to do. A client who also happens to be my family member. Yeah. So yeah, keep splashing the oil on top and then turn them. And if you see the temperature is a little bit too high and they're burning too fast, I just reduce the temperature. In Nairobi we use gas, so you just reduce the gas. And of course there's also electricity, but we prefer gas. I'm actually thinking of getting a gas burner because I can't use iron skillets always. The induction cooker has burned all my steel pots. So also in there we have some beans. Yeah, it's a full breakfast. We have some beans that I carried from Nairobi, and it's yellow beans too that I'm going to have for breakfast, because I prefer having a full breakfast and then having a light lunch. And yeah, that's just me. And then dinner, I just try to do something very little, because you know, the older you get, the more conscious you get about how you eat, quantities you eat. And this is not the healthiest bunch, but you know what, I'm Kenyan, we supplement it, and we make sure that all that excessive oil and whatnot, I'm going to cut it off by walking excessively. And I also do CMOS. I also have my Kenyan herbs. Yeah? My whatever stash is full there, and that is supposed to be dandelion tea that my aunt gave me, which is really good for, you know, if you're trying to do away with coffee. Yeah, and then that's it. So in the next couple of days, I'm going to try and make chocolate from scratch. Yes, with cocoa pods and whatnot. Do chocolate. I want to do a small branding of chocolate for future endeavors. You have to make sure at least you leave your kids something. And the way the Kenyan economy is, we must leave something for them. So anyway, so let me kanda hiyo unga nyingine and then see you in the oil. Guys, this is the other batch rolled out, so I'm going to section it. By the way, this I bought for tempering chocolate, so I'm going to be tempering chocolates over the weekend. Or yeah, the next time you see a video from me, it's gonna be of me making chocolate from scratch. I cut that one a little bit too thin, but who cares? So yeah, there it is. So I'm going to section this into pieces like that. And yeah, next is in the fire, in the oil, not in the fire, in the oil. Guys, whenever we were cooking mandazi, the more thing that could ever happen to your mandazi is if they don't puff up as you know, douse them in oil. And one of these fine days when I was in Nairobi, I was helping my younger brother with their child, their newborn child. So he asked me to make mandazi for them at night. So I don't know how I kandad the unga, guys. The flour did not puff up. And I kind of figured, like, there's something I didn't put. I don't remember what. I was tired. I just traveled from Nanjing and I just got into Nairobi and just had like 1 day of sleep. So, and then I went to Westie. I did the mandazi and they didn't puff up. Guys, you know what I did? Instead of throwing that flour away, I made chapati. And surprisingly, they were very soft. And then I kandad a fresh batch of unga. So the scariest thing that we ever encountered, or that gives me the bejeebers, is when I'm doing mandazi and they don't puff up. That means hakuna kitu hapo, hakuna kitu umefanya. And my family is very vocal. Watakwambia, utasikia tu, hata ungeacha tu usipike mandazi, ungewacha tu, sio lazima tungekula mandazi leo, ama kwani wewe ulikuwa unapikanga mandazi, ulikuwa unaona tukipika hivyo, stuff like that. So you have to be very cautious about how you do your mandazi, yeah, in my family, because if you cook something and it's not up to standards, you are getting the brunt of utachekelewa. Which kind of reminds me of another thing also. We have something in my family, if you shrub kungoa. Ukishrub, you will be the punchline for the next 20 or 30 years. I'm going to tell you a story one of these fine days when I'm painting about a shrub that I did when we were younger, and up to today, my sibling Liam always makes fun of me about it. I'm not going to utter it here because it was a very bad foxpar. But yeah, so the mandazi is done. I'm going to reduce the temperature and then nizitoe kwa moto zisiungue, zikae vitu zingine hapo. So hizi nazo zimeungua. But reduce the temperature. Let me weka hizo zingine and hopefully they don't get too brown faster than I am anticipating. So yeah, so as I was saying, if you shrub in my family, if you ngoa, you are the punchline. Sisi, we laugh our hearts out, because laughter keeps the heart healthy and it keeps us young. I'm gonna tell you that foxpar that I did another time. But yeah, so far so good. The mandazis look okay. If you try it with Kenyan flour, they get a really cute golden brown, which is what I'm trying to get. And guys, the induction cooker, if you're not careful, if you raise the temperature, it will rush you like nobody's business, which is something that I don't like about it, because it burns food. It really burns food, and me, I'm not a fan of induction cooker. Like, I'm just used to the normal gas, because it allows you to control the temperatures of how you want to cook your food. You're not rushing. The induction cooker, if you put tomatoes there and then you turn like this, like another day I put eggs and then I turn like this, what? They were beautiful indeed. Yeah, so you kind of have to stand there at the induction, at the counter, to just make sure that they don't go hallelujah in terms of color. But since we are black and brown, no peas and peas there. So my phone is cooked all the way through. You can see. So I decided to leave this one a little bit golden yellow, but that is delicious. The Kenyan in me approves 100%. So Mkenya nyumbani or away, chakula tashiba leo. There we are, plated, and we are done. So we're gonna have our breakfast, and then yeah, see you in the next chocolate video. So that is it for me. So the next time you're gonna see this is plated. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, catch me in the next one when I'm trying to make chocolate from scratch. And yeah, Vilba out. Bye bye.